What's wrong with retail? What's wrong with retail were two essential things. Every retail experience was totally disrelated to what was happening online. Online, you have attribution. You can see where people are going. The consumer can save things. They can get recommendations. There's so many efficiencies, and it wasn't in the store. And also, the human element was missing. Any major advance in any probably category deals with humans as a core, and how can you help those humans relate better? So we started looking at what was wrong with this experience, and what were the human problems that were just uncomfortable. And so what we looked at in this was, it's that moment when you first walk in the store and you don't want someone to be all over you, saying, feeling like, oh my gosh, I have to buy something. It's that pressure. That's that first uncomfortable, awkward moment. The next moment is the designer's not there. So how do you give the consumer a sense of what the designer thinks is important? And how can you localize that? And then from there, how can you actually let the consumer feel like the lighting in the dressing room is similar to the lighting of what her end use case will be for those items? And how can the designer give her personal recommendations based on what she brought in? And how can you keep the consumer in the room instead of having her go out half naked or putting her skinny jeans back on and the door closes behind and wondering whether the person right out there is a stalker or a creeper or the actual sales associate? And how do you let her feel like she owns this fitting room and she owns the whole store from within there? And how do you allow her to digitally record what she did in the fitting room so she can take that and share that with friends and family? And why shouldn't we eliminate the lines at checkout? Checkout lines are awful. Why? You're making the person who's been in a comfortable scenario get up, walk out, and now they have to wait in line. And what happens there? Judgment sets in. Right? You're kind of looking at how much the person in front of you is buying, what their sizes are. Did you get the right thing? Are they cool? Are they not cool? Are they too big? Are they too small? Did they have a good payday or not a good payday? Right? Judgment sets in. So we really looked at all the human elements of where these emotions kick in that could prevent a sale, similar to how you would in an e-commerce scenario. And so we used our store and worked and created some technology to help solve that, which is able to tap it. And the first thing you can do is order yourself a drink on the screen, or peruse a lookbook that Rebecca has styled herself, so you can see what does she think is important. We can localize that, we can change that, and you basically order in your size and color what you want, and it'll get sent to a fitting room for you. And so you're really oriented at the beginning of your experience with what does she think is important. And that becomes kind of very one-to-one. Now, as everything has an RFID tag, when you walk inside the fitting room, across the threshold of the room, all of our e-commerce imagery crops up and appears. So you can see what you brought in the size and color that you brought it in. Again, the first thing you want to do is adjust the lighting, because if you're going out to see Wyclef tonight, it's different than if you're going out by the pool. It's different lighting. So we want you to be able to adjust the lighting so you can see what you'll look like in your end-use scenario. The next thing you're going to want to do is click on each of the different images to see what are her recommendations, what goes with that, what should you wear with that. And what you do is you click on that, and you literally ask the store associate to bring it to you in your size and color, and they'll bring it to you in the fitting room. So you're never leaving half naked. You really own the whole store from the fitting room. And Rebecca's giving you style tips. Again, when you're ready to complete the session, checkout is done. You see who's coming to help you check out, when they're going to be there. It's done right there in the fitting room. Your items are then brought back to you. So this becomes a very unique experience where all of a sudden we have 35 to 40% of the people that are in the fitting room are asking for additional items we brought in. Their basket size is increasing. So what's happened there is we're selling 3 times more apparel in our stores than we thought we would based on stores that didn't have this. Because all of a sudden the consumer's in there, and it's Rebecca's recommending I wear this to complete my outfit. Didn't think I was looking for a leather jacket today, or didn't think I was looking for that dress or this footwear. The biggest problem we have every day isn't what to buy, it's what to wear. So the fact that the designer is giving you confidence right there in the room starts increasing that size and giving that woman confidence about what she should wear and what she should pair together. And you don't get that in an e-commerce experience. You'll only get that live within a store.